Hello, thank you for joining this video. Here we'll explore the cards grid section for your Shopify store. So first of all, we need to go to our theme customizer and then choose the page where we'd like the section to be located. So keep in mind that you can actually add this section to any page that you prefer. So for example, let's go to the default product and then we scroll to the add section here. And we can add this cards grid section in here. But for our example, let's stay on the home page and add this section in here. So let's scroll here to the add section once again. And we need to choose our section cards grid. Okay, so here we have this section in here. So first of all, we click on the settings of the section itself. As you can see, you can add any heading in here, you can add any text. So for example, let's say you want to showcase your new collection and you want to show maybe like these several products from your new collection. You can of course name it a new collection. And from here, we'll see that we can add these pictures in here and we have the heading new collection as well as some text. You can also rename it to something like follow us maybe, and you'd like to share your maybe socials. So in here, when you add the text, for example, follow us on Instagram, you can also link either one word or link this whole section. So by clicking on insert link, you can add the text, you can modify the text and you can add the link, and you can also open this link in the new window if you want to, of course. And also you can add the link not only external like Instagram, Twitter, or any other. You can also add an internal link. So for example, if we want this to be called our new collection, for example, and like some text, maybe explore the new collection, you can also link this section. So let's now choose the link. So we choose collections. And for example, we choose the dresses collection and we want it to open in the new window. And once we click on insert, then here, as you can see, let's just scroll down. Here we see the new collection and we see our link. If you want to change the color of the links, you just simply need to go to the theme settings, colors, and here in the link section here, you change to any color you'd prefer. But keep in mind that these are theme settings, not specifically for these section settings. So when you change the color of the link, it will change throughout your store for all of similar links here. So we go back to our section here. So we can link the text. We could also link just simply one word, for example, and by clicking we'll go to the new page. So here is our collection that we've linked. So now let's return to our home page and to our cards grid section. So we're back here, so you can change this link here to whatever you'd prefer. Maybe you want to show different types of collections. So for example, if you want to call it maybe collection list, you can also link these images. We'll explore this later. So you can add the images, name them like dresses collection, blazers collection, pants collection, for example, and link all of them to the appropriate collections. And here in the text, let's just say, and we can also link. So we choose insert link and we go to collections and all collections here. So for example, if you want the clients to see all of your collections and to go to the all collections page, then you can link this section in here, and by clicking, the client will go to that collection. So next we have the cards per row. So here, as you can see, we have our first row and we can choose either 2, 3 or 4 cards in here. So if we choose 2 cards, then this is how it's going to look like. We can also change it to 3. And here we have 3 cards per row, or we can change it to 4. If you have like 2 or 3 cards, for example, let's make them 2, you can also choose to center blocks on desktop. So when we are on desktop, we can choose to center them, and they will be centered right underneath your heading. But for our example, let's return to 3 cards per row, for example. We can also choose to have them full width. If unchecked, the container width will be set based on the group layout from the theme settings. So here we can make them full width, but if this section is unchecked, then we go to theme settings. Here we go to layout, and we see that the container width is set to medium, 1680 pixels. So by default, this is the container width. Now let's return to our section here, and we also have the offsets for the desktop, for mobile, and for the top and for the bottom. So if you want to have space in between your sections, like this previous section and our new cards grid section here, you can set it from here. You can make the offsets lesser. So here, as you can see, we have less space in here, or we can make it even bigger. So here, as you can see, we have even more space. And the same with the bottom. If you want to have anything here, you can add this. So let's just desktop bottom. We can make it bigger here, or we can simply remove it altogether. So these are the settings for our section overall. And we can now go back here. And here are our blocks, so that the blocks that we can add to this section. So here you can click on add block to add even more blocks. And if you want to delete some of them, you just simply need to click on add block on the block itself and click on remove block. Or for example, if you want to hide the block but don't want to delete it from your section, you can simply click here on this eye, and by doing so, will hide them. So as you can see, we have 6 blocks here, but we see only 4 of them because we've hidden these blocks here. Also, we have a certain order of the blocks that we add the images to this card, to this card, to this card. But if you want to change their order, you can simply click here and toggle the section. So now let's go to the blocks and add some content to them. So first of all, we go to this one. Here we choose the image. You can choose any image that you want of a specific product or a group of products. For example, if you have some kind of collage, you can of course add it. So let's choose this image here. And here, as you can see, we've named our section as a collection list, so we can add a link to this product as well, to this image. So here, as you can see, we have the short heading, we have some text. So if we were to show this section as a collection list, here we can add some information about our collection. So we can name this like accessories collection, maybe add some text about it. And here we can either paste an external link, for example, or we can add an internal link. So here, when we click on paste link or search, we can choose collections, and let's choose accessories, for example. So once we have a link here, as you can see, our image zooms in on hover. So when I hover to the image, I see that it zooms in. So now let's save our changes and let's add the second image, however, without any links. So we go back here, we open our second block. Here we choose another image. Let's choose this one. And the same that we can add the heading and the text, but let's leave the link section blank. And as you can see, when I hover on this image, nothing happens, so we don't see any zoom in, as this zoom and hover works only when we have a link within the image. So now let's save our changes. And also we can choose the third block here. Let's add, for example, this picture here. we can also change, of course, the heading and the text. And for this link, let's add the products. So you can just add any of the products that you want. So you can choose to use this section to whatever suits you the most. You can show different types of collections. You can also share new products via here, or you can just simply showcase some images and link the text here to any of your external, maybe social media, like your Pinterest, maybe your Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You can choose this section to your preference. So now let's take a look at our section within our store. So we go to the preview of our store. Let's now scroll down here. And here we'll have our new section. So we've named it collection list, but keep in mind that you can rename it to anything that suits you the most. So for images that have links within them, we have this zoom on hover. For images that don't have any links, we don't have any zoom in on hover. And here when we add the link, as you can see, not only the image is linked, but the heading is as well. So the text of like this short description is not linked, but if I click on this short heading, as you can see, I go to the accessories collection. The same goes with this image. So we've linked the product here. So if I click on the image, I see the product. And if I click on the short heading, so click on the name of this image, then I also go to the link that was added here. But here with this picture that doesn't have any link, we cannot click here and we cannot click on the image. And the last thing for this video, I'd also like to share how this section looks on one of our Gain theme demo stores. So let's go to the demo store here. And here, as you can see, this is the same section. It was named to Pinterest to share the link to follow the brand on the Pinterest. And we also see these products, these images here. They're all linked to the same link to Pinterest, and this is why we have this zoom and hover in here. So this is how you set up the Cards Grid section for your store. If you have any questions, feel free to contact our support team. We're always here to help. And also don't forget about our theme manual, where you can also find all of this useful information in here. Thank you very much for your time and have a great day. Bye.